Were you, like, did you come by cooking because you helped cook for your family?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I had never cooked at home.
So
My
you said,
mother
let's
did
open a
all the cooking.
restaurant.
But I went to work. I see. When I got out of school, I graduated from the 8th grade. I was 15 years old. Or 14 years old. In December. And then that first summer, I babysat. And then the next year, we was at war, and the help was scarce.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the jobs were plenty, and they were scarce.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 15 when I went to work. So I never worked at home, never did any cooking at home.
Mm-hmm.
I started working in the clothes cleaners,
Okay.
pressing. I did that, and I got very good at it. And then the shoe shop were paying more than the cleaners were paying. So I quit the cleaners, and I went to work at the shoe shop. I worked at the shoe shop just a couple of days, and my ex-boss from the cleaners wanted me to come back, and he guaranteed me the same money the shoe shop was paying. And I hated the shoe shop, so I went back to the cleaners. I stayed in the cleaning business until Joey was born. I had a job at one cleaner, the last one I worked at quite a few years, well, a couple 3 years, I guess, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. And I did all that fancy cleaning and the fancy pressing, very fancy pressing, evening gowns and stuff like that. Well, you did them by hand. You didn't do it on the presses, on the big presses. And I taught another girl to do my job while I was going to the hospital. And when I come back, he says he was paying less money for that girl and he kept her rather than having me. And she was doing a good job, so I lost my job. It wasn't fair, but that's the way it was. Well, then, this was after the war, of course, not by now, and the jobs were, a job was out to get. There was plenty of people that want to work, and no work to be had. So I went around every day. I'd go around looking for a job. No, we're not hiring. No, you don't have no experience. You don't have no experience. No, you don't no experience. I said to myself, how the hell are you going to get experience if you don't, if you've never done a job?
Yeah.
So I went by this window, a sign in the window that says waitress wanted. I went in. I don't know who was at the cash tonight. I wanted to know if they were still hiring. And he said, "Do you have experience?" I said, "No." I said, "No." He said, "We got to have experience." So there we go again, So I'm walking back down the street, down another place. Same story. The next day I come back, or the week later I come back, the sign's still in the window. I said, well, I'm going to go try this again. So I went in and asked if they still needed the waitress, Do you have experience? I said, yeah. They wanted to know where I worked. I worked in Fort Kent. That was a big lie. But, you got to do something to put your foot in the door,
Yeah.
So I needed a job because I had a baby to feed.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, where did you work in Fort Kent? So I told him the name of a restaurant. And how many years I worked there, just 6 months or a year or whatever. Oh, yeah, okay, they're coming tomorrow morning. You would never, never, never know how hard it was to go in there at 6 o'clock in the morning when you don't know what an English muffin look like. You've never seen a French fries in your life.
Oh my God.
I had never eaten in a restaurant, so let alone know how to wait on tables.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you, I got sworn at by a cook that was in there. Oh, you fucking no good, Marie, you know.
Mm.
And the mistakes I made were good mistakes. Because I learned by those mistakes. So I was there for about 6 months, maybe 6, 7 months. We needed to come fall time. They had some girls working there that was same as me. They also came from Worcester County. And when come fall time, they would leave and go pick potatoes.
Mm.
I'm not doing that no more. I'm all done doing that, you know. So we're short of help now. We had 2 girls that quit. Short of help. Can't get nobody with experience. So I told that boss that hired me, he owned a restaurant. It's an old Greek. I told him, I says, I can't remember, that's George, I think his name is George. I says, why don't you hire somebody that don't have experience and train them? Oh, can I do that? Can I do that? I said, I don't know. I says, was I a good waitress? Best waitress I ever had, he says. I said, when I came here, I had to lie. I said I had experience, and I didn't have experience. And I said I had to fight hard with the other girls to learn how to wait on tables. I said, because I didn't know how, I didn't know nothing. Mm-hmm. He said, no, I don't believe that. I said, it's true. Mm. Then we started training a new girl. She really wanted to work. A couple of days, you could tell if she's going to be good or not, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's how I started in the restaurant business.
And you eventually had your own.
Then when I went to work at Nichols, the cook and the old man, he was the boss there too, the owner, he was the cook in the kitchen. He would do something, you know. I said, yeah, that's so good, how do you make that, you know? Then he'd say, well, da 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 da, you know. And that's how I learned how to make stuff. Hmm. And then later on, it was, I got married and I had kids and I had to cook for them. Mm-hmm. I had to cook for my family. Yeah. And they thought my cooking was good, so I said, well, if I can feed my family and they think it's good, I said, customers don't like it. You know, it took me a long time to get my restaurant off the ground. It really did. But once I got it off the ground, I was going good. It was going good when I sold, but I should not have sold so fast, but that's the way it was. I had to sell. I get too tired, too sick, working too hard.
It was the green turtle.
Yeah. Anyways, life goes on.